All right, so we're about to go up Mount Lemon. This is going to be your first mountain ride.
Ooh, give me all the info, baby.
I'm going to give you some quick safety brief info. You already know most of this stuff, so hopefully everybody else is going to get a little bit out of this too. But you've been doing Old Spanish Trail, you've been doing all these little curves, but it's relatively flat.
Okay.
So it's flat earth, and you're just curving. So this one's you're going to have elevation changes. So you're going to have the curves like you had normally, so treat them like the same curves.
Okay.
But the only difference is that when you have elevation changes, you're going to have to add acceleration or deceleration. So going up, obviously, you're going to have to accelerate through the turn or through up everything, because if you keep it maintained, you're going to start going slower and slower and slower. So maintain roughly 30, 35. There's no rush on this road. It's a 35-mile-an-hour road. It's very enforced. We have a vehicle in front of us. I'll lead, but if we have a vehicle in front of us, I'll let them set the pace. We'll just scoot back and let them deal with any hazards that might be in front of us. We'll still have good visibility.
Okay.
So elevation changes going up, you're going to have to accelerate a little bit more. But then when we go down, and there's going to be some parts in here that it's going to go down, up, down, up. So on the downhill portions, be cognizant of your speed. So if you start to feel like, oh, I feel like I'm going faster, go ahead and roll out the throttle. Your front brake, don't use a lot of it. What you want to do on the downhill portion is using engine braking a lot. So what I talked about, so you're going to downshift, friction zone, all that stuff. So we're going to maintain a lot of that stuff. It sounds new. It's not. So you've been doing it already.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go up, and we're going to come down. At the very top, it's a 30-degree difference. So right now it's 77 degrees, so it's going to be 47 at the top.
Okay.
So you're fully geared out. But if you feel like you're getting too cold, let me know in the comms. We'll pull off in a safe area to where we can turn around, where it's safe enough for us to have visibility both ways, and then we'll turn around and we'll come home. It's not a big deal. Then we'll understand, hey, we need to get regular gear. Because if it gets too cold, your hands will lose dexterity. And with low dexterity and your thoughts not on the ride, you're going to screw up.
Okay.
So if you ever feel like at any point you're like, you know what, my mind's not in this, my body's not feeling good, my mind is focused on the body, not the ride, let me know. We'll turn around.
Okay.
And then downhill is pretty easy. But yeah, that's what we'll do up here. This whole talk beforehand is probably more information you're going to need. So at the end of the day, if you feel uncomfortable, let me know and say, I want to go home. And it's not going to be like, well, you're an idiot. You could just, let's just do 10 more, let's do one more mile. Let's do one more. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, okay, we're going to find the next spot. We're turning around.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll come back to this at a different day. You good? There's going to be a few points where you feel like you're going to be chugging. So if you feel like you're going to chug, go ahead and downshift.
Okay.
So you're only going to really need second, third, and fourth gear on this ride.
Wow.
Yeah, second gear is for like the slower stuff. Like we're having to take a turn, but you want to do it slow. And there's a car in front of us, so we might have to shift down to second. But for the most part, third gears can probably be what you're going to need. So third gear is probably going to be the default when it feels like you're chugging and slowing down. Downshift or give it more throttle. If you're going too slow, you can upshift and all that stuff. So, not a big deal. You got it. You got it. You got the shit?
No, I'm just shaking off, but, jitters. It's Mount Lemon. It's a mountain.
We'll wait for after these two bikers to go. But, I mean, you can hop on if you want.
All right. Following you.
Yep. So with me, remember, this isn't a group, like, staggered formation ride.
Mm-hmm.
This ride is that you're going to be behind me but still have good visibility. But you're going to pick the line. Try to follow my line.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to ride like an instructor, not as I'm having fun joyride.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ride it at your level, but with, like, a little bit of my level. Intertwined.
Hold on.
That's fine.
All right.
So the biggest thing is lane position 2. So in the middle, you're gonna do your best. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Good job. You just started on a hill too.
I know, I kept having to figure out now not to roll back.
But you did it though, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have to say nothing. I didn't have to walk you through any of that stuff because you've been doing that naturally. And now we're going to jump into something new but the foundation of the natural part of this new area, which is the old Spanish Trail, the curves, it's going to come back to you, and that's going to be the easy part. The only thing that we added to what you've already been doing is elevation. That's it. That's the only thing we added. So baby steps. This is why I like doing baby steps, because if I took you straight here without doing any old Spanish Trail or any like Patagonia and all that stuff,
right,
you'd be having issues, because now you're having to do all the shifting, all the turning with elevation, all that stuff. Okay. So this first turn is going to be a full U-turn. You see the sign, it says 25.
Oh, okay.
So for this most part, we're going to do 25 on these turns until you feel comfortable. Okay, remember, speed is not the enemy. It's just too much speed can cause problems. Too little speed can cause problems. So you need to have the right amount of speed. So for this one, get your body prepped, get that body position, do about 25. So my head's down here, and I want you to realize this is the hardest turn on this mountain. I'm serious. This is the hardest turn on this mountain.
Ooh, that wasn't that bad.
No, it's not. So now right here we have a straightaway. Once we get into the straightaway, you want to go ahead and accelerate a little bit. So you want to get to about 35, okay?
Yep.
So where you're at right now is fine. I'm keeping an eye on you. So this way, that distance, you can see everything, right?
Yes, I can.
So what you're doing with your eyesight, since a lot of mountain stuff is blind turns. So this is another thing. So prep your body for it. A lot of this is blind turns. So what you're doing is you're constantly ratcheting your vision. So you're looking at the exit, looking here, looking at the exit, looking here, looking at the exit, looking here, looking at the exit, looking here. And while you're doing that, you're kind of scanning everything for the road. So your job is to miss any debris and try not to ride on tar snakes, try not to ride on all that stuff. So I'm looking at the exit, looking here, looking at the exit, looking here, looking at the exit, looking here, looking at the exit, looking here. You're constantly doing that. So yeah, like I said, ratcheting. Okay, so you know, like a ratchet strap?
Yeah.
So it's just like that. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You're constantly doing that.
This feels good.
Good. Look at the view. Isn't it different than being in a car?
Yeah. It's cool.
Beautiful.
I wish I could feel the wind on my face.
Yeah. That's one of the hard parts. So this one was like a switchback. So we're gonna do a left turn, and then it's gonna be a right turn. So just like Patagonia, I have my GPS open. So I can see what's coming up. So now we're gonna have a right turn with chevron. Same thing, body position. There you go, body position. And it almost feels like if you give it body position, you almost turn too sharp. So if that's the case, then just give it a little bit of body position. And these turns are easy.
So the only thing that I'm kind of like hesitant about right now that I'm seeing this and doing it, is that I don't know this road on a bike. I mean, we've driven it many times. It's just, I don't have it memorized.
No, and that's the thing. You're never gonna have stuff memorized. Like, I don't memorize any of these turns. I really don't. I mean, if my goal was to go super fast on these turns all the time, I would memorize this and then do a visual of my riding up this mountain. And like, that's what I would do. But for me, I just know that, hey, there's a turn coming up. I know how to take the turn. It's a new challenge. It's a new hazard, because every turn is a hazard.
Right.
So how do I conquer that hazard? Well, body position, making sure I have a good approach speed. I'm looking through the turn. I'm constantly moving back and forth with my vision. I'm not focused on the beautiful scenery. That's not the goal. It's just, I'm using my peripheral to enjoy it. I look in my mirrors and I see the beautiful scenery behind me. But my main goal is up front, and that's the focus. So don't worry about not knowing it. Just know how to conquer each new one.
That's true.
So this one's a blind turn. You're ratcheting, ratchet. I see the exit. Good. So I can go ahead and give it a little bit of acceleration to the exit. Now I'm going to slow down before this turn. And it's going to be a nice, almost a U-turn. So we have to maintain that lean angle and the counter steering for a lot longer than a typical 90-degree turn. But if you notice, we've gone up quite a bit already with elevation. I mean, we were down on level floor.
Look at that.
Yep. So just like the pre-ride things I was talking about, we could pull off on places. This is the first pull-off section. Look how far we've gotten already.
I've hiked right here.
The Babad-Duwag.
Yeah.
Babad-Duwag. That's pretty cool. I want more trees though. I think I'll do the one with more trees.
It was nice though. The weather was perfect.
Yeah, that's true. I bet you it's really nice.
then there was a beautiful lookout point. That's where I got some good pictures with my hiking buddy, Mandy.
Nice.
We're sitting on the edge. And
Sitting on the edge.
You can see this whole road and everything. Anyways, keep
Very
teaching
nice.
me.
So third gear is pretty good. I'm in third gear. You could probably do third gear pretty easily.
I am.
Good. Okay. So the main hazards when it comes to the mountain here is, like, everyone's going to talk shit about me for putting my hands up. Whatever. I don't care. But anyways, the main hazards for this is going off the curve, because you have to think about it. Right now, today, the main hazards, that's that, because we have a turn and a curve almost all the time. We don't have traffic right now because it's a Monday at 11:30 and everybody's at work. That's the beauty of this.
We chose this day specifically for that.
Yes. So right now, the real hazards involved with this mountain is the curves. So right now we're practicing that. Okay, so my job up front, the reason why I'm up front and not letting you up front right now on this first try, is so that you can see my lane position, you can see how I'm doing things. You notice I've been in lane position 2 this whole time.
Yep.
I'm not concerned with oil and debris and dripping from vehicles in lane position 2 up here, because it's really windy, it rains a lot, so it washes a lot of it off. It's relatively maintained. What I don't want to be is lane position 1 and have a vehicle come and cross the line and hit me. So
that
I'm not.
happens a lot up here.
Yes, it definitely does. With bicyclists and with motorcyclists and even other cars. Another thing is I don't want to be in lane position 3, which is right here, because now my only escape path is this tiny shoulder and the guardrail. So I want to have as much space as I possibly can up on here. And if you notice, we have, this construction stuff. Somebody hit that because somebody wasn't paying attention on the turn. So that to me is a good indication, hey, we need to pay attention on these turns. So we have a switchback right here. It says recommended 30 miles an hour. That means it's relatively sharp.
Okay.
So if you feel comfortable at 30, do it at 30. If you feel comfortable at 35, do it at 35. Whatever you're comfortable at, because the curves are the danger and the hazard in this situation, the main one. Okay. Now we have secondary ones like traffic, and we also have other ones that a lot of people don't think about. They're unexpected hazards, which would be animals and pedestrians. So right now we're not going to have very many animals, but there's tons of animals up on Mount Lemmon. So once we get past Windy Point, or even actually well before that, in the tree area, the Ponderosa Pines and all that stuff area, you're going to have possible deer, you're going to have possible bears, you're going to have horses possibly. So that's why being in lane position 2 and at a lower speed is very good, because we can make evasive maneuvers if we have to. So we have a vehicle right here. They were actually over the line on that turn.
They were turning, really?
Yeah, so that's one of the big concerns for that. Another thing that you kind of want to watch out for is, one second, is obviously the elevation change with the cooler weather. So you don't want, let me know about that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm excited. I'm doing it.
Yeah. And that's
really excited.
And that's part of me talking all the time, because I'm kind of grabbing your attention, because if I let you just think, you're gonna think yourself kind of.
Yeah, I'm happy. I feel like you did a really good job in preparing me for this and choosing the roads we went on.
I hope so.
I mean, I feel like I've done this already only because of the roads we've been riding, Old Spanish, and then the first time on Patagonia.
Yeah, there's no rush. There's no rush to go up something like this. If you feel like, hey, like you're new and all your friends are doing like a mountain that's like in your area, and it's kind of like, it's exhilarating, but it's at a higher level than what you're at, just say no, don't do it. Find something that's similar, and then start removing hazards. Like I said, the only hazard that we added to this is that it's a little bit longer, so you have more turns than Old Spanish, and then also the elevation changes. That's it. Like Old Spanish, it's flat road, but a lot of turns. And there's still traffic. It's the same thing where it's one lane.
Ooh,
and yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so this is a congested area. So on this one, so this one's gonna be a nice long turn. So don't hyper focus and target fixate on the change of the color. So just kind of stick with the lines. So the best thing you could possibly do, if you see some weird shit in the road.
You're getting. Hold on. There we go. Keep going.
So if there's anything that's freaking you out with the way the road looks, just focus on the yellow and the white. Stay between the yellow and the white. That's it. When it comes to evasive maneuvers, so if there's anything that's like crazy, like the only thing I can think of on this situation is obviously animals coming out, cars, and then road debris. So if there's any situation where you have to evade and make an evasive maneuver, do it nice and easy. Do not go for that front brake. Keep your right hand on that throttle, either roll off the throttle, because if you roll off the throttle right now, you're going to slow down quite a bit because we're going against gravity.
Okay.
So that will be just as good as braking, and then just kind of swerve out of the way or let the thing pass. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Good to know. Thanks for that reminder of not the brake and just the throttle.
Yeah, so now that you got all that, now we can enjoy. We've already, we're about halfway up to Windy Point. Oh, look at that, it's a trail right there. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's right on the side. Yeah, but you wouldn't like it because there's no trees.
No, there's no trees. No trees. Another switchback.
Oh yeah, that side. Okay, and it said 30 is best.
Yeah, 30 is recommended for this turn. And that's typically for cars because they don't have the centrifugal force thing where, at least with the bike, like it'll push us into the seat. With the cars, they'll push you kind of out of the seat. So we could take these turns at 35 if you want, but it's up to you.
I'm good right now. Going 38.
Okay.
This is nice.
It is nice. So it was 77 at the base. Now it's 74.
Feels
Starting
nice
to cool
and
off.
cool.
Yeah, I can feel it. I'm getting a little cold, but I brought extra clothes just in case.
Oh man, you have temperature gauge on yours. I don't have that.
I got fancy schmancy stuff.
I know. One day.
One day.
One day.
I don't even think the bobber has it. It's just
Doesn't have all that fancy schmancy. The new
no.
one.
It's got some digital to it. Like I think the gear indicator is digital, but I think the speedometer is analog, so it's that little stick. So you'd have to get used to that. I like having digital.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like what I have. I don't really know much of a difference because I haven't ridden anything else. Ooh, this is nice.
It is nice. So when it comes to like riding in places like this, it's easy to get like distracted by everything. So the main thing that you want to do is focus on the road, and then if you want to do quick glances when you know that the road ahead of you is safe. So do just quick glances and then come back to the road, do quick glances, come back to the road, quick glances, come back to the road.
There's nothing really to glance at right now.
No, and you get used. Well, that's the thing is like when you're riding, you're like, oh, I mean, I like looking around, it's fun, but it's all the same. Like this rock looks like that rock, and so just for me, it's riding through all this. It's fun. So this is a sharp turn.
All right.
So nice and easy with the body positioning. Remember, ratchet, so look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up.
All right.
And you don't have to do that with your head. Do that with your eyes.
I'm
okay.
My ojos, mi ojos.
The ojos, whatever, you pig Latin.
That was Spanish for once.
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Ojos.
I don't speak that jibber jabber. Just kidding. I want to learn how to do it.
Me too. It's sad that I don't know.
Yeah, you Mexican. Just don't know how to.
I'm a faux Mexican.
The faux Mexican.
Oh.
So, yeah. So Windy Point is actually, it's relatively, it's a weird parking situation. So if you want to pull off there, that's fine, but there's a better pull off like right after that we could do if you want to pull off. Or we could just ride all the way to the top and then stop.
Okay. How about you let me know when Windy Point's coming up, and then I'll let you know if I'm tired enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once again, this is a blind turn, but then we got this whole big U-turn. So this is downhill, then uphill. So downhill, we're going to slow down before the turn. So slow look, press, and roll. So I'm slowing down, a little bit. I'm looking where I want to go, so slow look. Now I'm going to press to initiate, but I'm also going to use a little bit of body position. And I'm going to maintain throttle, and then now that I'm going up the hill, if I just maintain throttle, I'm going to slow down because of gravity. So I'm going to go ahead and increase throttle now that I'm out of the turn, and I'm ready for this turn now. So this turn, I'm once again going to give it some body positioning. You don't need a lot for this. I'm just exaggerating a little bit. And then I'm going to increase my throttle pressure just a little bit so I can maintain 35. And here we go. We're open here. So now we got the squiggles. So the squiggles means it's going to be boom, 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 boom. So
that was your favorite turn down there, huh?
It was. Because I usually take it fast. You can. It's pretty easy to.
Yeah.
So this is a blind. Yeah. This is a blind turn. Okay.
Okay.
Good, good, good. So it's 70 degrees now, so it's dropped 7 degrees already.
I'm going over a bridge.
Yes, you are. It's asphalt, though. What was that all about?
Nothing.
You got excited.
I saw it. I'm going over bridges. Another first.
Oh my gosh. You've been over bridges before.
Did I? Have I?
Yeah. Many times. On the bike. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't remember.
You got over the interstate a few times, easily.
Oh, you're right.
We ride on a bridge next to Walmart.
Yeah. That's
it's just not a bridge up here.
Yeah, and that's in town.
That doesn't count.
No, not it. Oh.
There's a car, but we're good. Typically on the straightaways, the cars pay attention and they stay in their lane.
It's the turns.
Yeah, the turns, they're all funky monkey.
All
so this is a blind
monkey.
turn. So once again, keep ratcheting back and forth. And you can see right now with the whole shade, no shade, shade, no shade, how it can really mess with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that right there is just like a minor hazard. It's just like something to clue you in. Hey, go ahead and take it nice and easy. We got another turn right here.
Chevrons.
And if you notice, oh, they dropped their phone. If you had a rock form.
Yeah, it's a good time for a plug.
Rock form code DANAN25 for 25% off. Yeah, boy.
Whoop, whoop, get it.
So these are little pull offs. So if you ever feel uncomfortable, go ahead and pull off and then take off again. But if you take off, you gotta accelerate out of there.
Yeah, because people are coming already fast.
Yep. So we could easily have animals in this situation.
Okay.
The best bet is, like, in other areas, I heard from people in areas with deer that every once in a while you just use your horn. It kind of grabs their attention. Like if they're just like way up there, it'll be like, what's that? And they'll like be a little nervous and hopefully you don't go. Oh, look at icy spots next 14 miles. That's new.
That is new.
It's not cold enough for ice right now. It hasn't rained in a long time. But yeah, so just with the deer, you're gonna have to juke them, or not juke them, but you just let them go. You just let them go. They're gonna try to run across. They don't want to stay. They're not curious. They're trying to get away. They want to get back into vegetation to hide.
But it's a good idea to honk at them?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea to honk because then like right now it's a good idea to let them know that you're here. It's like doing a bear call, like when you're hiking in the woods and you see like bear shit.
Okay, hold on. Have you seen the old school Parent Trap? Not the one with Lindsay Lohan, the old school one.
It's been a long time.
Okay, the daughters trick their stepmom, their future stepmom, into scaring away cougars by clapping sticks together. And so she goes around the whole campsite and starts clapping sticks together, thinking it'll scare off all the animals. It's so funny.
That will work. But I think in the movie that there's no cougars.
It's funny.
Yeah, noise scares animals. It really does. For the most part, I think we'll be fine because there's a lot of campsites and it's pretty congested. So
right. Trees.
Once we get past Windy Point is when it gets a little cray. So it's 68. So we're dropping even more. We're not even halfway up.
Wow. I'm starting to feel it in my arms, but it's not bad. I can just feel the chilliness.
Yep. This is where having proper winter gear is important because we have mesh gear, so the air is getting to our skin. So you want to have something that's going to block the wind altogether.
Would a good rain, like, you know how you have a rain cover for a jacket, would that be helpful?
It can, but it's not going to be like breathable. Like you want something breathable, but you want something that blocks most of the wind because you don't want to sweat and get a crap ton of sweat, and then you take your jacket off, and then you're in a cold area and get hypothermia.
Right.
So sweating is not good. It's just you want to keep yourself warm with some type of evaporation. You want to find that Goldilocks zone with body temperature.
Goldilocks zone.
Yeah.
I like it.
We got another turn right here.
So right now while I'm riding, especially in the straightaways, I'm trying to remind myself to loosen up.
Yeah.
To stay loose.
Yeah, stay loose.
Yeah.
The cold will make you stiff, and it will tire you out, and then you trying to grab those handlebars is going to tire you out. So just relax.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. The more you relax, the more you realize your bike is going to pretty much do what you want it to do anyways.
I like this. This is nice.
It is nice.
Really nice. Look at all the trees.
It's all the trysts.
She's going slow. Ask her, do you need a push?
Need a push. Need a
Grab
push.
on.
Oh, it's nice up.
Oh my gosh. Camping this weekend is gonna be cold. Ooh.
Yep. So
I want those
got...
little booties.
What?
Did you see the booties that OG posted?
No, you posted something in the garage, and everyone's like, "What? You sure he posted it in the garage, or he posted it in Arizona?"
No,
okay.
he posted in the garage.
All right.
I didn't go back and look and see what everybody said.
Everyone's like, "What? What are you talking about?"
He did it like the day before.
Well, you can't be like text, like there's like a bunch of text in between what he said and that.
There wasn't a bunch. There was like maybe 4 text messages in between. Like there wasn't very many people talking since he posted it. Anyways, there's like these warm little sleeping booties for camping, and he got them for Heidi for her feet. I'm like, my feet get really cold at night.
Yeah, they do.
That'd be nice to have, but they're $60.
Yeah, we got a heater. We got a propane heater. We're gonna car camp. I might ride the bike up, and you can drive. You know,
right?
Because we're bringing the kids. But yeah, we're gonna car camp. We got a big old tent. We got the heater. We got all that stuff. So we're just gonna do that. And then hopefully by the end of this year, I can get the van, and then I can put the bike in the back of the van, and I can drive us up here.
Whenever Ford decides to put it out.
Freaking, I know. Come on, 2024 Transits, please. That's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah. That's gonna be great. I can't wait to deck it out.
Check it out, boys. I think we're getting close to Windy Point.
Yeah, these looks like the rocks.
Well, those look like some rocks, but I think I know which ones you're talking about. The ones that they rock climb and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these aren't the ones, but they're coming up. Coming up very close. So we'll just we'll pass Windy Point.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then we'll pull off at the one after, one I like to pull off at. But this one has bathrooms, so if you need bathrooms, then...
I brought my little pee thing, my little pee-wee buddy.
Yeah, that's all you need then. All right. Look at that. Look at all that dust. It's not cloud, or it's not clear today.
It's not. A little windy down
It's
there.
a little windy.
A little crazy.
So you just made it up halfway up the mountains.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so this part we're gonna want to slow down a little bit because we got that guy just pulled out. Also, we're riding on concrete, so it's a little bit slip. So we're gonna do about 20. And then we're gonna pull off up here. Very good. So increase my speed again. So when it comes to these pull-offs and stuff, it's like an off-ramp, but you don't really have a ramp. You're just getting off. So you can't slow down gradually unless you're gonna piss people off behind you, but it doesn't really matter. They kind of know. So don't like rush to get to the shoulder then slow down. So just like slow down, pull off. Give good indication so it lets people know ahead of time.
Okay.
So right here we got these guys. Hey, these are the guys that passed. So we're gonna pull off right here. We're gonna pull off to the, as soon as we can, to the right. So about right here. So we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do a nice U-ey. And you can take up that other spot if you want. There you go. So paddle walk it if you have to.
I am.
Perfect.
Ooh-wee.
You're good. So look where you want to go. You're looking down. There you go.
No, actually, I wasn't.
Oh. Someone rang our doorbell. Yeah. So how was your first?
Good.
Good. I'm going to turn these off, but leave our camera res off. We're just going to do a quick break.
It's fine.
Just a walk to the edge and then stretch your legs. It's always good to do that to get some blood flow.
Butterfly. Look at the butterfly on the floor. Think it'll land on me? Come here, guy. No.
Oh, it's
Aw.
hurt. It's hurt.
Hi.
It looks like a moth.
It's pretty, though.
What was the difference between a moth and a butterfly again?
Their abdomen.
Yeah,
I
that
think
looks
the
like
moths are bigger.
I think that's a moth. I could be wrong. I
Okay.
probably am 100% wrong.
We'll give him a view. Get him. Aw, he's
Now the
hurt.
birds can see him.
Shut up.
Hakuna Matata, baby.
Circle of life, bitches. That was good. It felt
excited?
good. Yeah. Wow, look at
We
that.
live way over there.
Look at that view.
You rode from way over there to here.
That's good.
Excite.
Yeah. I mean, like a year ago today, I didn't
Go
think
ahead.
I'd be able to do
I'll
it.
be back. Yeah, a year ago today, yeah. Oh shoot, yeah, a year ago today. You've only been riding for like a month a year ago today.
I mean, gosh, I thought I would be here a lot sooner.
Well, you
But-
would have if you were riding.
Constantly.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm happy I took this long. I'm happy I went at this pace because I feel like every single time I've gotten on the bike, it's been comfortable. It's been good, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy we went at this pace and I wasn't pushed and it feels good. It feels really good. Like going up this mountain wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm not as bad as I thought I was going to be with this in the, like, meaning freaking out wise, you know, nervous wise.
And that's because you gradually got to this point. If you go from not riding to like, oh, I'm going to ride with my buddies because my buddies they got me into riding and I want to hang out with them. They're riding up here. I'm not comfortable. And then you start panicking. And when you have panic moments, that's when you start messing up. And that's when you know that you're outside of your comfort zone, outside of your limit is when you start to panic, even a little bit. If you start to, even just a little bit, that means you're outside your limits. It's good to branch out outside your limits because all this is outside. Like this is new. So it's outside your limits, but let's not jump from like 0 to 100% outside our limits. Let's get up to 90 slowly and then add that extra 10%, which is what we're doing here.
And that's exactly what I needed
Yeah.
and learned. We're not done yet.
No, we still got a little bit.
I still got lots of chances to drop my bike.
Shut your freaking mouth.
Oh, that's
Cool.
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Give me a few more minutes.
That's fine.
A few more minutes on here. Oh, man. Can't believe I'm doing it. As we were riding and you were talking, I'm just thinking about this is what I could be doing in a few months or next year when I go to Babes Right Out and I'll be more comfortable. I'll have a lot more experience under my belt. I know I can do it.
Yep. If that's the goal for next year is to do Babes Right Out.
That was my goal last year, but life got in the way.
Next year I'll have the van and then I'll drive us with both bikes in the back so you don't have to travel from here 12 hours to where it's at. And then when we get there, we just pull the bike out. You do your riding. Well, I'll have the kids. That's the cool thing of the van. And I'll camp with the kids.
Yeah.
Because we could stay in the van. We could
Do everything.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty exciting.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
I just wanted to say that to shut it off. So go ahead and pull your thing out. We don't need to film anymore, so if you want to take your... I'm good with not filming at all anymore.
Okay.